Just leave it in there, it doesn't matter.
Happy, serious. Happy. Happy. I'm happy. Look as though you're enjoying yourself, Steve.
Oh, he is. He's having a ball. You can tell.
All right. Lovely. Yes.
Oh, sorry.
50 gentlemen, yes. All right, lovely.
All right, well, it's still got us.
And just.
Push your finger, right?
Well, I've watched. I'll do the other side, isn't it?
And do you want to do it?
Mom, Dad, can you really hug each other?
Ooh.
Yes. You can come in. All right.
Not approved, you know. Happiness is a cigar called Hamlet.
Okay.
That'll do.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Can I just have you remove my bag and stuff from behind there, please? Right there is fine for the chair. We're just taking all the way up. Okay, no problem. Just waiting for everything behind you to be moved.
Fall out then, Steve, like you did.
Okay.
Material. Which wine? You know what's really good? Take your places.
I did the same thing as to all of them. They're going to have to be fed to here.
No, we're going to a park now.
Got it. All right. Perfect.
All right.
Which one is Carl's? The 6th one.
Carry on. It's much more important than mine.
Yes, sorry. Oh, it's 90 seconds.
You're not going to drink any of that, Mr. and Mrs. Walsh.
You certainly are.
Absolutely right.
Let me get one shot. Yes. Oh, yes. One of us. That's for you. We got him.
don't think so.
It did work.
It did work.
Did you hear the story with the absent-minded professor? No! Good, because I'm going to tell it anyway. Professor Anderson flew into O'Hare Airport on one occasion in Chicago. Landed, went into the terminal, went straight to the telephone, called his secretary in New York, and she came on the phone and said, hello? And he said, Miss Smith? She said, yes. This is Professor Anderson. She said, yes, Professor. He said, I'm in O'Hare Airport in Chicago. She said, yes, Professor. He said, where should I be?
Absent-minded.
And a lot of you like that around the world, so have to be careful. Now, I've got a short speech here. I was told to make a very, very short speech by all sorts of people, including the mother, the bride, my wife, and everybody else. But I'll read it very quickly indeed. What I thought. I'll do the best again. I'll read it very quickly. 1994 report to the Salvation Army Finance Committee.
That's the wrong speech.
My God, isn't this the Salvation Army? Well, it's a good thing you stopped because you'd be singing a hymn at the end of all this. Well, my speech must be here somewhere. Catherine Butterfield Wedding, is that the right one?
Hey! Butterfield, don't know.
Sorry, Catherine Walsh. This is in case I forget anything. I have the pleasure of welcoming you all to this wonderful affair in honor of Catherine and Steve. And I'm proposing a toast to their happiness, not yet, in the future. We have guests from far away in the United Kingdom, the USA, and Canada. Many are friends from Chet. Many are friends from Chet's, from school and university days. Many are friends of Chet and Laura's, and many are friends of family of Steve and Catherine, both local and overseas. I learned a lot about these two in the last week, mostly by just listening. And it's amazing what will come out of the woodwork by this simple process. Can you hear me down in the back there?
Yes.
Well, Catherine is full of imagination. Look what she married after all. She thinks she married a knight in shining armor, but he's not that at all. Sorry about that, mate. Smile. You're going to need a smile a lot in the next 20 years. All right, 1 to you. The score is 1-0. I'll have you yet. When the hell was it? When she was 3, to start at the beginning. Laura was having a bath. This is Mother Laura, you understand. Was having a bath and had given Catherine 3 chores to do. Catherine came into the bathroom and Laura said, have you done the things I asked you to do? And Catherine hesitated and she said, Mummy, the door opened in my head and it all flew out. Laura replied, well, close the door in your head and throw away the key. Pretty good, eh? This is Laura's story. About the same age, they were having dinner at the dining room table, and Chet poured some wine into his glass, as he was wont. Catherine looked at the glass and said, Daddy, you have a little bit of nonsense in your glass. She'd spied a piece of cork in the glass. Page 3, we're making progress. Catherine traveled a lot with Chet and Laura and her sisters. Her schooling was in Bermuda, Canada, and the United States. Then she spent a year at Lausanne in Switzerland in a school where she described as a convent. Then she went to Franklin School, also in Switzerland, and it was here that she had her first traumatic experience with a man. Did you know about this? True, because she told me.
Yeah, but she knows how to play guitar now, though.
What did you say? Franklin's student accommodation was more apartments than rooms, and each girl had her own apartment, although boys and girls were not segregated by floors. Catherine was just getting settled in her new apartment when the boy from the apartment next door breezed in and said, Hi, I'm so-and-so from next door. Can I see your apartment? Catherine hit the panic button and said to herself, my God, there's a man in my room. Page 4. Now we're on to Steve. Here comes the works. As most of you know, Steve is a guy from High Wycombe in Berkshire, in England. What? That's what I said, Buckinghamshire. Oh no, Buckinghamshire. Pay attention.
Sir.
He says he was born at the Shrubbery, which I presume is the name of a residence of some sort. And he says, we haven't finished yet.
I was a bush baby.
And he said he's a bush baby. I said, well, we call them cutbash babies in Bermuda. I understand that when he was born, there were 2 birth defects. This is from official information. There was a distinct lump on the left side of his head and a tiny growth on his right forefinger. You didn't know this, did you? He was too young to know about it at the time. At the insistence of Mum and Dad, the surgeon took x-rays and reported that the finger appeared to have a miniature mouse attached. See what I'm getting at? Wait a minute. And the lump was a budding Intel Pentium processor. Is that the right name for it?
Yes.
Less bugs, of course.
How many bags was it?
It was 42 at least. A lot of Hertz's too.
He got it wrong.
Which could be removed later and used when Steve got his first computer. Age 5. Hold on there, we won't be on now. Steve is not a world traveler, but he knows the United States very well, having worked in computers all over the country for about 2 years. You can tell quite easily by his Florida accent, mixed with his Texan drawl, mixed with his Southern yawl, mixed with his New England slur. You thought it was limey, didn't you? These 2 met at a barbecue party on Coney Island. We know about that. And it can best be described as a public demonstration of sexual activity. But it was actually to view the glowworms. Well, we know. For the benefit of our visitors and uninformed locals, a glowworm is a marine worm about 3/4 of an inch long, which is found all around Bermuda in sheltered bays and inlets. Is the clergy here by any chance? Oh God, yes they are. Sorry, Bill.
I didn't hear that.
Good. Well, close your ears. This is rough. These guys, I have to appeal to the younger generation, you understand. These guys have to have sex like everybody else, but they're a bit different. Every month, stop interrupting. Every month during the summer, 3 days after the full moon and exactly 56 minutes after sunset, they do their thing. The lady swims around in circles at the surface and emits fluorescent chemical to attract a boyfriend. The nearest boyfriend comes hurrying up to the surface and bingo, it's all over, the flash of sparks. You must admit, once a month is a bit much for the average guy. But I suppose the long wait is sufficient to put up with the firestorm that goes with the deal. At this party, Kelly Ambrose was telling Catherine who was who at the party. At one point, she pointed out Steve and said, "That's Steve Watts. Stay away from him, he's mad." Which has turned out to be perfectly true. Even I know that. You could imagine the result. Catherine kept wondering about this mad guy, thinking he was really rather cute. I can understand Kelly. Who said that? You come later, it's my turn now. I can understand Kelly's advice because I am given to understand that Steve loves to drive fast, at least when he's abroad, in Berkshire, Buckinghamshire. He was clocked from Leicester to High Wycombe, a distance of 110 miles in 60 minutes flat. That's an average. I might mention that this compares quite favorably with a feat by Chet and his friend Bill Cox when they were at Oxford many years ago. They managed to achieve 120 miles per hour on the Oxford bypass on one motorbike at 2 a.m. in the morning. Let's see if you can match that, Mike.
Mine was average speed. Not top speed.
I believe that Steve's enthusiasm can sometimes be almost destructive. He was playing soccer when he was a little guy. He's not much bigger now, of course, but he was great. He was quite little then. and there was a pond on the edge of the field. Steve was chasing a ball with his usual mad enthusiasm. The ball approached the touchline and went over toward the pond. Steve just kept on going, did a three-point landing right in the pond, ball and all. Football and all, that is. This man was apparently a keen interior decorator in his youth. He doesn't look like it, does he? The man's busy. At one stage in his busy young life, he repainted his bedroom with a black ceiling, yellow walls, and red and white radiators. Christopher, his nephew, has now taken up the brush and has so far black walls and grey door frames glorifying his bedroom. Weird, eh? Catherine, beware.
Yes, well.
It would seem that our groom has distinct thoughts on social behavior at the age of 8, I've been told. When Mum and Dad were out on a Saturday night, Andy and Diane used to sit together on the settee in the living room as part of the courting procedure. You understand all that, right? Not a sound. I'm beyond that. Steve always enjoyed this and would sit on the settee between them. He didn't know that 3 was a crowd even in those days. We're getting there. This young man doesn't put up with too much nonsense for very long. He has his limits like most characters.
No, he doesn't.
All right. Whatever. He had a severe case of appendicitis, which is perfectly true. This is not invented. When he was a pretty young chap, he ended up in hospital with massive doses of antibiotics being administered intravenously. This interprets as a long needle in the bum at regular intervals. After about 3 days of being pierced in this manner, and the nurse had just finished attacking his posterior, he said, "Mum, if that damn nurse pokes my bubby can, I'll kill her." This is straight from Mum's mouth, so it should be true. These two things got combinations at this point, and when Catherine said we want an apartment with a lot of bedrooms, I thought to myself, my God, she's pregnant already. Well, you have to be realistic nowadays, you know. That's why people get married. Nowadays. I mean, when I got married, it was great. I mean,
You got married.
forget about it. I've forgotten what happened. Anyway, Mother Laura assured me this is not the case, so I'm believing Mother Laura. I presume it's true. The problem they face is finding space for their 2 computers. Steve needs lots of room for all his equipment, I mean the computers. Sorry, Steve. Sorry.
I know what size it is, Steve.
It's about 1.0, is it right? 1.0?
2 megabytes.
We were... plus 2 or minus 2. Well, Steve needs lots of his equipment, so 1 bedroom is for sleeping, 1 is for computers, and 1 is for whatever else they want to go on. I asked Steve where they're going for their honeymoon. He said, "Ugh." I said, Gesundheit. I asked again, where? He said, coming something like Uzu. I said, pardon? Finally, he said, Gozo. I said, what's that? He said, it's an island in the Malta group of islands. Made me feel like a perfect fool, and I believed him too. I mean, there was in the group of islands. It seems that Lee Maunder bought an ancient farmhouse before she and Mark got married, and she renovated it. Still unbelieving, I referred to my faithful internet, 85 megabytes, you understand? And there it was with a history going back 3,000 years.
It's true, wasn't it?
Yes, for a change. All right, 2-1. Let's work on something here. Yes, I've got a couple more. It'll be 2-2 and 2-3 very shortly. I don't suppose the farmhouse is that old, but it sounds intriguing. These two are into theatre a lot. Steve having found his way by courting Catherine by way of working in Dalesford Bar every night.
You're wearing tights.
I didn't know that. Ooh. Tights, yes.
Showing?
Tights, woo.
Yes, no.
He played the gopher, ignores us off. Then the hunchback in last year's panto, so convincing that one 5-year-old child in the 3rd row was led shrieking in terror from the theatre. I mean, he's bad enough with a plain face, but imagine on the hunchback. I had to inquire about the first kiss.
Oh, God.
And Catherine recounted the story with great relish. Stop all that noise down the back. I spent a lot of time with this speech. Listen to it. Damn it. I only got 3 more pages to go. Just shut up. Who was it? They had been to all right, yes, quite. They had been to a favourite haunt with friends in Hamilton, at which Steve imbibed his fair share plus one, at least one. Time to go, they went looking for a cab for Steve to replace the car he would otherwise have tried to drive. Nice and quiet back there now, isn't it? Time to go, Catherine managed to get his car keys from him earlier, so when they found a cab on Front Street, she got him in and passed him the keys through the window. He leapt out, planted a monster kiss on her lips, got back in the cab and took off. Well, I suppose you call it a start to a beautiful relationship. I did it differently, but, you know, we're all different. And now... Poor lady, no experience whatsoever. I'll talk to you later, kid. Just you and me. And now the proposal. Wow. Both agreed they were under severe stress, any excuse, from everything and needed to get away. Ariel Sands was selected for the occasion, and both were nervous beyond belief. They checked in, parked their baggage, and went into the bar for some alcoholic support. Well, you know, this is pretty standard. There was a wedding reception in progress, which didn't help at all. They went in for dinner and got through that, with Steve disappearing frequently to inspect the plumbing. This is from not the horse's mouth, the bridesmaid's mouth. I mean the bride's mouth. And Steve said they should go for a walk on the beach with the moon and the stars and the surf and all those things, waxing quite poetic. After an agonizing few minutes, Catherine was about to flee the scene when Steve stopped and said, "Are you ready for the shock of your life?" Before she could reply, he fell to his knees and proposed. She started... She started to laugh hysterically and he burst into tears. I'll repeat that. She started to laugh hysterically and he burst into tears. So obviously one of them was very pleased anyway. I presume that at some point she said yes and the deed was done. I'm referring to the yes, I'll marry sort of thing. What I'm embarrassed that is not my concern. What a scene. I guess we all have our way of doing these things, but I can't think of a more romantic approach to a vitally important occasion. Now these two are well and truly married. Page 15, that's it. I'll ask you to join me in a hearty toast to them and to visit them a long and happy life together, plus any further additions. To the bride and the groom.
The additions.
And so say all of us, and so say all of us, for they are jolly good fellows, for they are jolly good fellows, for they are jolly good fellows. And so say all of us. Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Tiger! Hooray! Dickie, why were they born so beautiful? Why were they born at all? They're nobody used to anyone. They're nobody used at all. Come on.
Your turn. Sign here. Go ahead.
Who wants a free speech?
Speech!
Welcome to the Salvation Army. All right. Thank you very much, Hal.
Tell him to be quiet.
Shut up at the back.
No comment from the peanut.
My day.
What?
Our day.
Your day!
My microphone.
Get them all! Get them all!
I would like to only say a few things. I would like to thank Laura Butterfield for a wonderful daughter and a wonderful wedding. That's all I can be today, Tommy. You wait, it may happen to you. Puppies? I'd like to thank the bridesmaids. They supported Catherine so well. And I'd also like to thank everybody who came in from overseas to this, because it's been great to see everybody, especially my parents. And to everybody who has helped put up people, or put up with people. Oh no, a little bit of both. Horrible. And I think I've forgotten what else to say. Sorry. Oops. Oh, Hal has informed me of someone very important. His wife and many others had created the wonderful flower arrangements all around in the church, bouquets. There's Pat Young, there's Dwight Fellow, Ronnie Watlington, and many others, I'm sure. Thank you to everybody. Cheers.
Go, Andrew! Go, Andrew! Tell us the story!
I'll hold this, it's easier. It's my pleasure to propose a toast to bridesmaids. As Hal said, not yet. First of all, I'd like to say how Thank you.
Is there any fun there?
First of all, I'd like to say how wonderful it is to be in Bermuda.
Quiet at the back.
I think they've done it. Okay. And I apologise to all for bringing the typical British weather here last weekend and this morning. But thankfully Lily stayed away, but it's been good to see both sides of the Bermuda weather. May I take this opportunity excuse me, to say a very big thank you to Mr. and Mrs. Shorty Trimmingham and Delight Goodfellow for their wonderful hospitality. It's been most appreciated. Thank you. Wherever you are. Delight? Delight. Anyway, thank you. Right, now down to the serious side of things.
Tell us some stories about Steve.
Steve. I'm pleased to say that Steve's drinking habits have changed now that he's matured.
Well, the gallon, not the cork.
At the age of 7, he mistakenly drank some bleach, which meant a hospital trip. But now, as most of us know, he's into alcohol. But now he's living here, he doesn't have so far to go home, there are no trains, therefore he can get home sober.
Never seen it yet.
It's also hard to drink on a motorbike. As for Catherine's drinking habits,
Excuse me?
I don't know a lot, but apparently it's this champagne.
New Year's Eve was a good start.
Go straight to a mouth.
No, that was his. I said it.
Anyway. Right, here we go. Steve's first computer, as you've heard from Hal, led to his programming and marketing a game in the UK. So we had aspirations of a Richard Branson in our family. However, we have a lot better than Branson. He's managed to find his beautiful dolly bird, Catherine. Who will welcome to our family now. Thank you. It wasn't easy holding that. As you heard, Kelly Ambrose warned Catherine off of Steve due to his reputation for being mad. To which Catherine replied, "That's a shame, because he's kind of cute." And then it happened. Love won. And now look where they are. So being kind of cute obviously works. Okay, Catherine came to England in January to meet the rest of the family and sisters and decided to carry on with Steve. Yeah, so perhaps we're all cute, yeah?
Well, we would like to
I'd like to pass on the regrets of sisters Annette and Margaret and their families and the rest of the family back home as they're not able to be here on this wonderful occasion. We're all very proud of you both.
Oh, mushy stuff.
They're back to normal again.
There should be a law against it.
Yeah, we've heard it before.
I know that one of the bridesmaids stood in this spot over 3 years ago at her wedding and is now contributing to the next generation. So to her and all the bridesmaids, I propose this toast.
They used to be.
To the bridesmaids.
What about the ushers?
Have been for a week.
The bridesmaids, for they are jolly good fellows, for they are jolly good fellows, for they are jolly good fellows, and so say all of us, and so say all of us, and so say all of us, for they are jolly good fellows, for they are jolly good fellows, for they are jolly good fellows, and so say all of us. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! On the hill! Why were they born so beautiful? Why were they born at all? They're no bloody use to anyone. They're no bloody use at all.
Let the present group to the middle.
I'm not useless. On behalf of the bridesmaids and the surrogate Butterfield sisters that I have, that I've had for a long time and will continue to have. Thank you very much, Andy. Thank you very much, Hal. We've had a wonderful time. We've had a blast. And Catherine, I look forward to little Watts coming. And if anything, if it weren't for the Butterfields, and especially Chet, who's up there watching, I wouldn't be here. So, cheers, and all the best.
Oh, very good.
Thanks.
Faded without you. Don't get around much. Roller derby out there. And a half.
This is single unattached men.
All the single men, are you ready?
Marriage is that's a good way of doing it. He's amazing.
Looking good from back here. Hey, my goodness.
See you next year.
It's only got about half a photograph.
How does that work? I was having half one. I have no idea.
You get sort of like, and it rewinds.
You coming back to Oswald tonight?
I think so. I think I've got a ride.
Oh yeah, with who? With Owen.
Steve? My mum.
Yeah.
Quickly. Right.
While he's still standing.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Get out of here.
Bye.
Happy puppies. Puppies. Horseman, get out of here! Get out of here! Yay!
At school for 3 weeks. Last week, this country, this is the bit that's funny. Listen to this. Last week, this country had a terrible storm. Most people had been killed by falling trees. Not many of us left now. Most of them have been killed.
Do something. Right here. Here's Dad standing there. Pop. That was fun.
Need a pen then.
Film myself.
She finds people. This is her life. She's 88 now. She wants us to find her mother. She wants to become water ourselves. She dies in it first. These are her loves. And this is her hobby. Excuse me, do I know you? Make a date with Amanda Redmond as Beth. New drama, Wednesday the 2nd of October on BBC One.
Charlie's the hero now on BBC One on a rare day out. Who's talking to?
Hello. Oh, it's nice, Mom. Pretend you've won on the video. They won! Stupid ass.